Hi everyone, my name is Ashish Agarwal, and I'll be delivering this lecture to you. So before commencing the session, just a quick round of update regarding my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Ashish Agarwal _GG. So if you haven't visited the channel, I would request you to do visit the channel and do like, share, and subscribe the channel. The channel is dedicated to Oracle Golden Gate related videos. Thank you. Hi everyone, welcome to our day one training session of learning Oracle Golden Gate Classic Architecture training. My name is Ashish Agarwal, and I'll be delivering this lecture to you. So before commencing the session, just a quick round of update regarding my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Ashish Agarwal _GG. So if you haven't visited the channel, I would request you to do visit the channel and do like, share, and subscribe the channel. The channel is dedicated to Oracle Golden Gate related videos. Also, I have my own website, which is ectrancotech.com. In case if you haven't visited, you can go through blogs over there. You can find a lot of things over there which may be useful for you. Okay. So let us start. So day one session, Oracle GoldenGate 21C replication and data integration. So Oracle GoldenGate is a product which is there since 1995, right? And almost we are into now 30th year of Oracle GoldenGate. So Oracle GoldenGate has evolved itself a lot, and after 11G there was 12.1, 12.2, 12.3, then 18C, 19C, 21C. Now in fact 23 AI is also there, but the thing is 23 AI is only available with microservices architecture. This training what we are conducting right now is for classic architecture. Now for those who are not aware about what is the difference between classic architecture and microservices architecture, you'll get to know post today's session. Okay, so let us start now. So about me, for those who with whom I haven't got chance to talk directly or who don't know me, so I'm expert in Oracle GoldenGate and Oracle database related technology, including RAG, DataGuard, ASM, and Exadata. So I'm expert in those, but Golden Gate is my primary forte. So I have 18 plus years of training experience in Golden Gate, and I have various high rated courses available like Oracle Golden Gate Classic Architecture, which we are going to conduct this training on. Then Oracle Golden Gate Microservices is now rebranded as Oracle Golden Gate 23AI. And let me tell you, I'm the only person in this world who is conducting live online training on Oracle Golden Gate 23AI. There is no other person who is doing that. And then Oracle GoldenGate Veridata also I conduct. Veridata is a product which verifies the data, which I'll be discussing during this part of the training session as well. Now, I have trained more than 9,600 plus trainees and taken 289 plus corporate batches so far. In fact, the count I was counting today, the total count is 296 corporate batches I have taken. So I'm Oracle certified professional. I'm Oracle Golden Gate certified as well. I'm blogger and speaker at a lot of communities. You can email me at ashishagarwalag.com. You can tweet me at ashishagarwalag. You can reach out. You can go through my YouTube channel, and my channel is only dedicated to Golden Gate related videos. So the channel name is youtube.com/ashishagarwal _GG, and my website is ectrancotech.com. So the complete training agenda of this training, like this is going to be 24 hours duration course for classic architecture. So for 24 hours, I've just listed down the high level topics, but there are a lot more which we are going to cover apart from what you see here. So we'll be discussing about introduction to Golden Gate architecture, Oracle Golden Gate 21C new feature. Will also be touch basing upon 23 AI, Oracle Golden Gate upgradation from one version to another. Installation is another important aspect, then concepts and components of Golden Gate, how to set up DML replication using Oracle Golden Gate, initial load using Oracle Golden Gate, data filtration and transformation, zero downtime upgradation and migration strategy using Golden Gate, bidirectional configuration, auto CDR, DDL replication, performance tuning like monitoring the lag, checkpointing, troubleshooting. Then we'll be discussing about how to configure Golden Gate security, parameters in Golden Gate, log dump utility, parallel Replicat, heartbeat table, performance matrix server, Golden Gate self-describing trail files. So these are the high-level topics which I have uh, which I have mentioned here. But apart from that, we cover a lot more things, which include migration using Golden Gate, zero downtime upgradation, and migration using Golden Gate. How to design our Golden Gate. That is very important part. Like one important aspect upon completion of this training, which you are going to have is how to set up GoldenGate, manage, maintain GoldenGate, as well as how to design GoldenGate. So my major focus is to ensure that, like, say, for example, upon completion of this training, you are hired for a GoldenGate project. Now, being a GoldenGate administrator, it is like you have to ensure you are doing in and out from beginning to end. You are taking care of GoldenGate. So it includes designing of GoldenGate, managing GoldenGate, maintaining GoldenGate, setting up GoldenGate, all those things. So designing is also very important. So how do you design? Then with respect to the troubleshooting, there are 100,000 issues in GoldenGate, million issues in GoldenGate, right? During the training, if I go one by one, I may be able to discuss 10, 20, 30 issues. What about you face the issue which we haven't discussed during the training? So during the training, our focus is to ensure that we'll discuss how to strategize the issue. So strategizing is really very important. Okay. So how to approach a particular issue. So we'll be discussing about that during the training. So this is going to be a lot of learning which you are going to have with this training. So completely practical training we are going to have. So day one agenda. So today is day one training session of our Oracle Golden Gate 30-day learning Golden Gate challenge. So I have named this as 30-day learning Golden Gate challenge because within 30 days you are going to have great knowledge, and also with each session I'll be providing you tasks to perform. Okay. So every day you are going to have some tasks to perform, which upon performing, you will be like, you will have, it will take your learning forward for this particular training. So we'll be discussing about that. Okay. So in day one session, we are going to discuss about introduction to Oracle Golden Gate, overview of Oracle Golden Gate, different types of architectures available in Oracle Golden Gate. What is Oracle Golden Gate Veridata? What are different types of extracts and Replicat? Golden Gate 21C introduction we are going to do. So before we start, let us discuss about Oracle database architecture. So Golden Gate is a product which works with the database, right? For extraction of the data, it requires a source database, right? So we need to understand what is Oracle database architecture. So prior to that, let me give a quick introduction of Oracle Golden Gate. So basically, Golden Gate was founded in 1995, and it is named after famous San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge. Okay. It was found by two people. I forgot the name, to be honest. Okay. And it was a standalone company. In 2009, Oracle overtook it and Golden Gate became Oracle Golden Gate. Okay. So until 2009, it was Golden Gate. In 2009 itself, Oracle overtook it. And since then, it is known as Oracle Golden Gate. So Oracle Golden Gate, since Oracle's acquisition, it has gone through a lot of changes. So for those who may have worked on Golden Gate, many of the people whom I see right now, type in the chat window whether you have experience of working in Golden Gate or not earlier. So prior to, like, those who have prior experience, like 11G or 12.1, Golden Gate has changed a lot now. There is a huge difference now between Golden Gate, what used to be there earlier, and now. Okay, so Golden Gate is one of the, now currently Golden Gate is one of the hottest technology in terms of replication. So thank you guys for responding. I see a lot of yeses as well as no. So don't worry, you will be, as the session goes on, it will be pretty good. Okay, so in 2009, Oracle overtook it, and since then it is known as Oracle Golden Gate. So when initially Oracle was, Golden Gate was there, it was 11G, first version. Then came 12.1, 12.2, then 12.3, then 18C, 19C, and 21C. And then the latest version is 23 AI, but it is only microservices architecture. Okay. So until 21C, classic architecture is there. But from 21C, after 21C, it is deprecated. Okay. So now Golden Gate has changed, or there are a lot of changes in Oracle Golden Gate environment now. Okay. So now let us discuss about. So GoldenGate is a product which works as a database. So GoldenGate, you have an Oracle database or any database. So just to let you know, GoldenGate is a product which not only works with Oracle, it works with non-Oracle databases as well, like DB2, Postgres, or MySQL, Informix. Now you may have one question that which databases GoldenGate supports. Now again, after 2, 3, 4 sessions, this question I won't be answering for you. The purpose of this training is to ensure that you are self-sufficient. So after 3 sessions, or in fact maybe 2 second, post second session itself, you will be able to answer this question. So if anyone asks, does GoldenGate support, say for example, Informix database? So you can answer that on your own. How? As the session goes on, you'll see. So in the second session or maximum third session, you will have the answer for that. Okay. So now let us move forward. So for GoldenGate, you have a source as a database. And then from this database, GoldenGate can capture the data, whatever changes are happening, and then it can apply the data to target site. Okay. So for GoldenGate to extract the data, there has to be a database source. Now, when the source database can be Oracle or non-Oracle supported database. Any Oracle or any non-Oracle supported database. So the question is from where GoldenGate extracts the data from. So each database has its own transaction logs where the changes are stored. So in case of Oracle, those transaction logs are redo logs or backup of redo logs, which are called as archive logs. So let me give a quick overview of Oracle database architecture. I'm only going to discuss mainly about what is required for GoldenGate, because if I go on discussing about Oracle database architecture, it may take minimum 4 or 5 or maybe 6 sessions to discuss. So I'm not going in detail with regards to Oracle database architecture, but what is required for GoldenGate, I'm going to discuss about that. Okay. So Oracle database is divided into two parts. First is instance and second is Oracle database files. Okay. Now instance again is divided into two parts. First is SGA and second is background processes like PMON, SMON, database writer, log writer, checkpoint, and others. Then you have under Oracle database, you have got files like data files. So data files are the files which contains the actual data. So say for example, you are in Toad or SQL developer and you are typing select star from employee. So you get the information on your screen, right? So that information, whatever you get, that comes from the data file. So remember, data files contains only the committed transactions. Okay. Then you have control files. Now, control files are the most critical files and they contain the metadata information. So you must have noticed or you must have read that multiplexing of control file is done. This is the reason, because if you lose one control file, at least you can recover it from second control file. Okay. Then you have redo log files. So redo log files are the files which contains the change data. So whatever changes are happening at the database level, those changes gets returned into the redo log files. Now the redo log file size is limited, so the backup of redo log files is taken on disk or hard disk, and those are called as archive log files. So archive log files are nothing but backup of your redo log files. Okay. Now the question comes, how does these redo log files or subsequently or archive log files get the data from? So the answer is it comes from the instance here. So you have got SGA. So SGA, there are different components there like library cache, data dictionary cache, database buffer cache, Java pool, redo log buffer, and large pool. Then there are these background processes which assist in writing the data to these files. So what happens is, say for example, you updated a record in a table, department table. You did update department set location equal to XYZ. So what will happen? That change will get written into the dirty buffer cache first. Now, the copy of that change will also be written into the redo log buffer. So the change which happens, it gets written into the database buffer cache, and from database buffer cache, the copy of that change gets written into the redo log buffer. Now, before that change, could be applied to the data file. Copy of that change gets written into the redo log files with help of this log writer process. So DBWR is the process with help of which the updated statement gets written into the data files. DBWR stands for database writer. So this process actually reads the data from database buffer cache and writes it to data files. Now, same way you have LGWR process. LGWR stands for log writer. So as the name suggests, log writer assists in writing the data to redo log file. So the copy of the changes, whatever was written in database buffer cache, those copy of those changes gets written into the redo log buffer. But remember one thing, data files contains only the committed transactions. However, these redo log files contains committed as well as uncommitted transactions. So redo log files, there is a misconception or misunderstanding which where I have noticed that people think that the redo log file contains only committed transactions. That's not true. Redo log files contains committed as well as uncommitted transactions both. So with help of log writer process, the data from redo log buffer gets returned to the data from redo log buffer gets returned to redo log files with help of the log writer process. So log writer process helps in writing the data. Now, as we discussed, the size of the redo log files is limited, right? The size of the redo log files is limited. Hence, once they are full, the copy of the redo log files data gets flushed into the hard disk and they are called as archive log files. Okay, they are called as archive log files. Okay, so for GoldenGate to read the data, the source is because GoldenGate. Now the question is, what is GoldenGate? So GoldenGate is a CDC tool. CDC stands for change data capture. So whatever changes are happening on the source database, those changes will be captured. Okay. So for GoldenGate to capture the data, it needs to capture the data from the transaction logs of the database. And in case of Oracle, those transaction logs are redo log files or backup of redo log files, which are called as archive log files. So if the extract process is fast enough, it will directly read the data from redo log files. Otherwise, it reads the data from archive log files. Now, with the introduction of integrated extract, it reads data from archive log files. That part we'll cover later on. Okay. So GoldenGate is a CDC tool. CDC stands for Change Data Capture. Okay. Now, in Oracle database, you have got redo log files and archive log files. Now, each database has its own transaction log. So in case of SQL Server, MySQL, those are called as transaction logs. Okay. In case of Oracle, those transaction logs are called as redo logs or backup of redo logs, which are called as archive log files. Okay. So in case of Oracle, the transaction logs are redo logs or archive logs. In case of non-Oracle, those are called as transaction logs. So you see here, log writer process writes the data from redo log buffer to archive to redo log files. Okay. Now, under what condition does it write? Whenever there is commit, or when redo log buffer is 1/3 full, or when there is 1 MB of redo. Okay. Or every 3 seconds it will write. Or before database writer process can write the data from database buffer cache to data files, log writer writes the data from redo log buffer to redo log files. Okay. So for GoldenGate to read the data, these transaction logs, which are called as redo logs or archive logs, are very important. Okay. Now, GoldenGate is not the only tool which is available. So GoldenGate is a replication tool. It replicates the data from one database to another database. So are there any competitors of GoldenGate? The answer is yes. I have one quick question from each one of you. Type your answer in the chat session, chat window. I have mentioned various competitors of GoldenGate. Now, if you don't see any of the competitor which you think is not listed, please list that down in chat window. Okay. So if you think who are the competitors of GoldenGate, and if you don't see on your screen the names, so type in the chat window which competitor you think is not listed. Okay. So the following list of solutions is available today. First is of course SharePlex, Attinity, EMC Recover Point, IBM Mirror is there. Then HP has its own product which is called as HP Continuous Access. Then you have Data Core, Sen, Symphony, and Sen Melody. Right. So these are the tools available. Now there is one more tool which people have mentioned here is Streams. I see. Guys, Stream has been replaced with GoldenGate now. So Streams is deprecated. Instead, now you have GoldenGate. Okay, so GoldenGate is not a so competitor of GoldenGate is not a Streams. Then there is HVR. HVR is high volume replicator. And so again, you can consider it a competitor, but there are certain restrictions with HVR itself. Then you have 5-tran AWS DMS. There are like if you want to see what is the difference between AWS DMS and GoldenGate, I have a blog available for it. You can read what is the difference between the two. So the answer to the question is yes. And one more competitor which I see where which lot of people have mentioned here is DataGuard. Right? I see like almost 7 people have mentioned about DataGuard. Guys, DataGuard is not competitor of GoldenGate. There are like I always say, you can compare an apple to apple, but you cannot compare apple to an orange. And this is what if GoldenGate is apple, DataGuard is orange. So you cannot use DataGuard in lieu of GoldenGate, or you cannot use GoldenGate in lieu of DataGuard. Though they both seem same prima facie, but there are a lot of differences. We'll be discussing as the session goes on. On my YouTube channel as well, if you do difference between GoldenGate and DataGuard, there is a video which I have done. You can find that as well. Okay. So DataGuard is not a competitor of Oracle GoldenGate. But what if I tell you one thing? You see, there are a lot of competitors lists here, right? But Veridata is not a competitor. Veridata is part of GoldenGate family. Okay. But one thing here is if you see, there are a lot of competitors which I have mentioned, but still there is a hopping number I will tell you now. 97% of market in terms of data replication is with Oracle GoldenGate. 97% of market is with Oracle GoldenGate. Next comes SharePlex and Attinity. So SharePlex market, I would say 1.5 to 1.8. Attinity market is approximately 1%. And remaining, there are other competitors. So you can see this data replication environment, how much hold GoldenGate has. There is a reason behind it. So why GoldenGate? Now the question comes, why, like if we are saying GoldenGate is a product which is used for replication. Now there are a lot of competitors of GoldenGate. Still, why 97% of market share is still being held by GoldenGate? Now the question comes, why GoldenGate? So when we say about why GoldenGate, there are some technical as well as financial reasons to it. I'll tell you first of all technical reasons and then I'll go to financial reasons. So why GoldenGate is data is sent in real time with sub-second latency. So GoldenGate can replicate the data with minimal downtime. With minimum lag, GoldenGate is able to replicate the data. Second is GoldenGate supports heterogeneous environments across different databases and hardware types. So one of the major aspect with GoldenGate is it not only supports Oracle, it supports non-Oracle databases, and also it supports different hardwares. Like on source, you have Sun Solaris. On target, you have Linux. GoldenGate can replicate the data. On source, you have Linux. On target, you have Windows. GoldenGate can replicate the data. GoldenGate delivers high performance with low impact. So GoldenGate is a product which is external to the database. So whenever anyone says that will GoldenGate have no impact on the database, I say no. Though it may be minimal or non-noticeable, but still there would be impact. And with introduction of this integrated extracts, etc., the impact on the database is now very less. GoldenGate has the ability to move large volume of data very efficiently. So GoldenGate can move your blob, clob, etc. very efficiently as well. And no single point of failure as well with GoldenGate. So there are multiple reasons why GoldenGate is being used. Also, one of the financial reason I'll tell you is many organizations now sign end user license agreement, EULA with Oracle, and in that they're free to use GoldenGate in any number of environments. And with capability of GoldenGate, they are seeing they are now utilizing GoldenGate a lot. Okay, so there are financial reasons as well as technical reasons as well for Golden. So GoldenGate is best in class leader in real time data solutions. It complements existing Oracle product. It ensures that the databases are continuous, available for heterogeneous system, real time data access for reporting, real time data for BI, zero downtime migration and upgradation to Oracle database and applications. So GoldenGate is used by top three of, so this number, what I see, it is from approximately 2012. So now, like top banks, ATM networks, they are using GoldenGate. In fact, now food and drug stores like Shoppers Drug Mart, they are using GoldenGate nowadays. So GoldenGate capability has been now extended a lot. So Oracle GoldenGate solutions include high availability. So it ensures that your databases are highly available because it replicates the data from one environment to another. So it ensures that your databases are highly available. Second thing is it supports zero downtime upgradation and migration. So zero downtime upgradation and migration means, say for example, you have to upgrade your Oracle database or migrate your database. So it ensures that it supports zero downtime upgradation and migration. It is also used for live reporting as well. Like I'll give you one example of it. Okay. And if you watched my YouTube session or attended any of my previous video, you must have heard about I regard State Bank of India as in very high regard. The reason is, guys, I'll tell you, I worked with State Bank of India from 2011 to 2014 roughly. The database size at that time was the database size at that time was 43 terabytes. I am assuming it now must have crossed 100 terabytes. The learning which I got over there and whatever I did, it is like it is something else. So I'll give you one example of State Bank of India. Okay. So it is about 2011, if I'm not wrong, and they were using DataGuard. So what happened was their primary database was kept in Mumbai, India, and their secondary database what was kept in Hyderabad, India only. So using DataGuard, they were replicating the data. So many of you who are from India, they can relate that at that time SBI was losing its customers a lot. Those who are from SBI Belapur, just type in the chat window. Okay. So in 2011, what happened was there you must have heard or got to know from your parents or yourself that SBI was losing lot of its customers at that particular time. Right. So why it was happening is because there were lot of OLTP transaction which used to happen in the database. Along with that, in banking and telecom domain, what happens is there are a lot of reporting jobs which runs. So reporting job basically run alongside the OLTP transactions. And when that happens, it basically makes your database response slow. So this is what used to happen. When you visited the SBI branch, the people used to say server wasn't responding, the cashier or the employees. So the thing was the database didn't used to respond well. That was the root cause. So when they presented the problem to me, I worked with almost 5 or 6 people in my team at that time. So when they presented that problem at that time, we worked on it, we analyzed their problem, and then we designed their problem such that we mentioned that let us try to move your reporting to the Hyderabad server. But the problem was at night, they used to generate from 2 to 5 a.m. I have seen personally they have generated 500 GB of archives. And when that used to happen, their data card used to lag behind 3 days, 4 days, 5 days as well. So it is not possible to move their reporting jobs. So what I suggested to them was let us implement GoldenGate. Okay, here I represent basically as a team. Okay, so it was a cumulative decision, and I was also new at that time. Like I was hardly 2 or 3 years experience at that time, right? So what I did was I basically suggested them that let us use Golden Gate, okay, and we'll build a secondary server for you with Golden Gate. You won't have much lag, and you can switch your reporting jobs. So when we did that, you won't believe the maximum lag they notice even at night when the nightly jobs used to run with from 2 to 5, the maximum lag we used to notice was around 40-45 minutes, less than 30 minutes. Mostly it was, and especially during OLTP transactions. So when the average lag was approximately 10 seconds, and then they switched their reporting jobs to the server where Golden Gate is running, and then their response time, OLTP transactions were pretty good. So it was one of the best learning. What I'm telling you right now, it took almost 18 months to implement because it's a State Bank of India, it's a government, and people over there mostly are focused on not changing anything until it is broken. So it took a lot of convincing, lot of efforts, but yes, everything in the end was fruitful, and you won't believe, like I still tell that in high regard. Okay. And who are from anyone? I've not received anyone right now like who has said that, but anyone who is currently working in SBI Bela, just mention your name, I'll give you a shout out. Okay. So this is like I have learned Golden Gate a lot in that. At that time, Golden Gate version was 11G. In today's environment, there are a lot of things, but while working for that particular client, I learned a lot. So that was my second or third project at that particular time. After that, I have worked a lot. Okay. So, and now I have implemented Golden Gate in 1103 projects so far. That was my second project, but second or maybe third because first was another bank. I think it was second or third project for me. And I spent almost 3 years in that particular project. But it was a great, great, great learning experience. Okay. So Golden Gate is used for live reporting and you can use it for business intelligence purpose as well. Okay. So this is about Oracle Golden Gate. Now let us discuss about different Oracle Golden Gate architectures. Okay. So different types of Oracle Golden Gate architecture. So at the starting of this, when we started this session, I mentioned that this is Oracle Golden Gate classic architecture. So now the question comes, what is Oracle Golden Gate classic architecture? What are different types of architectures? Let us discuss about that. So as I mentioned, Golden Gate was founded in 1995 and it was named after famous San Francisco Bridge, and in 2009 Oracle overtook it. Now from 2009 to, to 2017, there was only one way to configure Golden Gate, and that was through command prompt, GGSCI. Until 2017, it was called as Oracle Golden Gate. In 2017, Oracle renamed it to Oracle Golden Gate classic architecture. So this particular architecture was renamed to Oracle GoldenGate Classic Architecture. And in 2017, they launched a new architecture of GoldenGate, which is called as Oracle GoldenGate Microservices. So microservices, one of the feature is GUI. So you can set up, manage GoldenGate through GUI as well in Oracle GoldenGate Microservices architecture. So now you have two types of architectures. One is classic and second is microservices architecture. Okay, so Oracle GoldenGate Classic architecture is command prompt based, GGSCI based architecture. So when you set up, manage, troubleshoot, configure GoldenGate through command prompt GGSCI, it is called as Classic architecture. And Classic architecture, since beginning, is available for Oracle as well as non-Oracle databases. Then in August 2017, they launched microservices architecture. So microservices architecture is available from GoldenGate version 12.3 onwards. It allows you to set up, manage, troubleshoot, configure GoldenGate through GUI. So one of the major feature of microservices architecture is GUI. Okay, it allows for better integration with cloud. So until 19C, microservices was available only for Oracle databases. However, from 21C onwards, support for non-Oracle database has been introduced. Okay, so now support for non-Oracle databases have been introduced from GoldenGate version 21C. Okay, so now you can use GoldenGate for Oracle as well as non-Oracle databases as well. Now another product in GoldenGate family is Oracle GoldenGate Veridata. So before I proceed to that, just to let you know, if you still go out into the market, 80% of implementations are still on classic architecture. Microservices presence is very less right now, but Oracle is promoting its customers to use microservices architecture a lot. Okay. There's a question from Vivek, like, can we use it for NoSQL database? I won't answer it today. Okay. Will I will let you answer that probably in 1 or 2 days. You will be able to answer it on your own. Okay. So Oracle GoldenGate microservices is available from GoldenGate version 12.3 onwards. So it allows you to set up, manage, troubleshoot, configure GoldenGate through GUI as well. So one of the major thing, let me tell you, is microservices is majorly promoted as GUI, but there is command prompt as well. So what you have GGSCI in Classic, the equivalent of microservices is admin client in microservices. But mainly Classic architecture is promoted as command prompt based architecture. Okay. So one more thing, from classic architecture has been deprecated post 21C. So from 23 AI onwards, it's only microservices architecture. So the latest version of classic architecture is 21C, Oracle GoldenGate 21C. Okay. Now another product in GoldenGate family is Veridata, Oracle GoldenGate Veridata. How many of you have heard about it, Oracle GoldenGate Veridata? Type in the chat window. So Veridata is another product in GoldenGate family. As the name suggests, it verifies the data for you. So say for example, on source, you have 10,000 records in a table. On target, you have 9,000 records. So what Veridata can do for you is it can identify the discrepant records for you, and it can repair those discrepancies as well for you. Veridata is getting very popular nowadays due to these cloud migrations going on. So organizations want to confirm whether their data is in sync or not upon migration. So that's why Veridata is getting very popular nowadays. Okay. So Veridata is getting very popular nowadays due to this reason. So now one question to everyone. With the introduction of this microservices, does integrated no longer exist? Many question ask me this question. Many people ask me this question. that with introduction of this microservices, does integrated no longer exist? How many of you have this question? For those who doesn't have this question, guys, don't worry. Like, you are not losing out on anything, or it's not something you should be aware about. But now we'll discuss about what is integrated. So now in GoldenGate, you have different types of extracts and replicats. So what does extract mean is extract means the process which extracts the data, capture the data from the source database. And replicat is the process which applies the data to the target database. So in GoldenGate, you have different processes. One is extract, which runs on source side, which fetches the data or extracts the data, captures the data from source database. And another one is replicate, which replicates or apply the data to the target database. So you have two types of extracts available. One is integrated extract and second is classic extract. So basically when GoldenGate was introduced, there was only one type of extract and which was called as classic extract. Okay. Then from GoldenGate version 11 to 04 onwards, GoldenGate introduced the concept of integrated extract. So from GoldenGate version 11 to 04 and database 11 to 03, integrated extract was introduced. And in fact, 21C classic extract is deprecated. It's only integrated extract now. Okay. So integrated extract has its own benefits and integrated extract is the latest type of extract. So the question which people ask is with introduction of this microservices, does integrated no longer exist? The answer is no. There is no integrated architecture. Integrated is type of extract and replicate. There are only two types of architectures, classic and microservices. Under classic architecture, you can create integrated extract or classic extract. Same way, in microservices, you can create integrated extract or classic extract. So integrated is type of extract and replicate. Okay. So different types of replicates are non-integrated or classic replicate, integrated replicate. So initially when GoldenGate was there was only one extract and one replicate. It was called as extract and it was called as replicate. But with introduction of different types of other extracts and replicates, the traditional type of extract is now called as classic extract and the traditional type of replicate is now called as classic replicate. When integrated replicate is introduced in GoldenGate version 12.1 and database version 12c, then coordinated replicate was introduced in GoldenGate version 12.2. Parallel replicate was introduced in GoldenGate version 12.3. So parallel replicate is of two types, parallel non-integrated replicate and parallel integrated replicate. So during this course of this training, we'll be discussing different types of replicates and different types of extracts. Okay. So in GoldenGate, just for your reference, there are two types of extracts only. What are the different types of extracts? Sorry, there are only two types of architectures. One is classic architecture and second is microservices architecture. So classic architecture is command prompt GGSCI based architecture. However, and classic architecture is available since beginning and it is available for both Oracle as well as non-Oracle database. And post 21C, classic architecture is deprecated. Oracle GoldenGate microservices is available from GoldenGate version 12.3 onwards. It allows you to set up, manage, troubleshoot, configure GoldenGate through GUI. It allows better integration with cloud. It is available for Oracle database only until Oracle GoldenGate microservices 19C. And from 19C onwards, the support for Oracle GoldenGate MSA is extended for 5 databases, which includes MySQL, DB2, SQL Server, and Postgres. And then from 12.3 to 21C, classic and microservices both coexist. So that is all very important. So basically what happened was in 12.3, microservices was launched. So until 12.2, it was only classic architecture. There was no microservices. From 12.3 until 21C, both classic and microservices coexist. So basically you can pick and choose what type of architecture you want to implement. And both of them have separate binaries. Once we do installation, you will see. So both of them have separate binaries. You can pick and choose based on your requirement what type of architecture you want to choose. And classic and microservices architecture both coexist from 12.3 to 21C. Now from 12.23 AI onwards, only microservices architecture is there. So 20 from 23 AI onwards, this classic architecture has been deprecated and there is no classic architecture anymore. Only microservices architecture is there from GoldenGate version 23 AI. So this training, what we are going to do, this training will cover microservices. Sorry, this training will cover classic architecture. In this training, we'll be covering our classic architecture. Okay. So in the next session, we'll be moving forward. And in the next session, we'll be discussing about Oracle GoldenGate architecture, how data flow happens, Oracle GoldenGate certification matrix we'll be discussing about. We'll discuss about how to download GoldenGate binaries, how to install GoldenGate, and if time permits, we'll also discuss about deciding how to decide how to decide where to download GoldenGate, like whether to choose GoldenGate as a hub, whether to do local installation, whether we can do uh, local remote GoldenGate as a hub. We'll be discussing about that in the next session. So next session, we'll be doing same timing tomorrow. Okay. And this session is conducted Monday to Thursday as per US and Canada Eastern time. It is conducted Monday to Thursday. And as per India and Asian timings, it is conducted Tuesday to Friday. So the next session we'll be discussing about uh, Golden Gate architecture, how data flow happens, Golden Gate certification matrix, how to download Golden Gate binaries, and how to install Oracle Golden Gate. Okay. If I have to quickly recap what we have discussed in today's session. So with each session, I'll be sharing you the notes as well, like recaps and notes, what we discussed. So in today's session, we discussed about introduction to Oracle Golden Gate. Okay, so Oracle acquired GoldenGate in 2009. Until 2017, only classic architecture existed. In 2017, Oracle introduced microservices architecture. Now, there are two types of architectures, classic and microservices architecture. Then there is one more product which is called as Veridata. Now, there is one question. Yes, so classic architecture is GoldenGate is a separately licensed tool. So the Golden Gate requires separate license. Same way, Veridata is a management product, and it also requires separate license. Okay. So classic architecture is command line GGSCI based architecture. However, microservices is GUI. For Veridata, you require separate license and it is used for data verification. It is used for data comparison and validation. The major advantage is no downtime is required for validation. It helps ensuring source and target data consistency. Okay. Now, one thing licensing overview. One license includes both classic and microservices. Guys, one thing let me tell you is whatever licensing answers I'm giving, if it differs anything from your Oracle account manager, because the product is owned by Oracle. So any licensing answer which I tell you and which they tell, and if they differ, so their answer will take precedence than me because the product is owned by them. So that's why I'm saying. But as per my discussion with them, one license includes both classic as well as microservices architecture. Veridata requires a separate license. So why choose Golden Gate? Near real-time high performance replication, supports heterogeneous environments, low impact object level replication, no single point of failure, efficient for large volume of data movement. Extract process types. There are two types of extract, classic extract, integrated extract. Different types of replicats are classic, integrated, coordinated, and parallel. And parallel is of two types, parallel integrated and parallel non-integrated. Okay. Then with the course, then also during the training, it is completely practical training. So today it was just introduction and overview. From the next session onwards, I'll be giving you tasks, etc. as well. So with the training, you will be getting the virtual boxes which you are required to set up. So in the next session, we'll be discussing about how to set up how to basically what is golden gate architecture, how data flow happens. That's what we'll discuss in the next session. So the next session is tomorrow, same timing. And as I mentioned, in the next session, topics are there which we'll be discussing. Okay. Thank you.